Welcome back, everybody, to the Charlotte Hornets MyLeague here on NBA 2K20 as we got some more playoff basketball games 2 and 3 of the opening series of the playoffs. Hornets coming off a Game 1 loss in a very close game to Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks, as Game 2 still on the Hawks' floor. If they can get off to a 2-0 lead, I mean, they'll be in quite the spot, as there's a nice slam from Brook Lopez, opening this game off with a bang. There's T. Ross, the boss, inside over to Cam, the man, Reddish for the layup. And then Reddish in the corner to trigger Trae. Trae Young for three. Hawks up big early. Here's Ross. Nice mid-ranger, and it's good. Atlanta up 15-6, clicking on all cylinders. Charlotte needs a bucket, and they're going to do just that. Fadeaway three from Beal, making it 17-9. Bamba gets that one swatted all the way to New Zealand and back. And then there's Kuminga with the layup, the talented rookie out of Kentucky. Now 11-17. Lopez inside over to Young. His layup will fall. Trae Young performed very well in both games 2 and 3. I don't know what else you'd expect from him at this point. As there's Anthony Edwards going upstairs where Grandma hides the cookies. But Cedi Osman says, what you can do, I can do better. Hawks up by 10, make it 12. Cedi Osman, the Serbian native, with the nice little mid-ranger. And then Kevin Huerter for three. Hawks up by 14. Here is Edwards. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Could have caught a foul. Just saying. 32-20, sorry. Here is Cedi Osman, tightly guarded by Bridges. Osman is blocked. Transaction denied, says Miles Bridges. He's going to get it inside to Bruno Fernando, who's pushed and makes the bucket. And then to end the first, Anthony Edwards beats the buzzer, and the Hornets have brought the lead down to 7 after an ugly start on to the second. Here's Bryn Forbes making a nice play. Edwards trying to get a hand in the face. 29-36. Osman is blocked, gets his own board and puts it back in. Fell Serge Ibaka with the block. Now it's a 5-point game. Here's Osman off of the pick and roll inside. Easy layup. Bad defense for Miles Bridges. 33-40. There's Beal. Step back. Splash. Nothing but net for the real deal. Bradley Beal. There's DeJounte Murray with the dunk. As for Hawks in this series, have really just been able to drive inside with ease. Here's another example. John Collins getting by Bridges for the dunk. DeJounte Murray with the layup. Atlanta up by 12. Why not make that 14? Nifty pass behind the back from Murray over to Davis Bertans. Now it's 36-50. Big bucket for Jonathan Kuminga from Milan. A far, far away. Here's Cam Reddish answering right back with an and one. And the Hawks are now up by 16. Here's Beal with the throwdown, making it a 14-point game now as Brook Lopez on the inbound over to Reddish. The third-year man out of Duke. He's going to get it over to Collins for the layup, and it is good. 47-61. Cross-court passes caught by Edwards over to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell doesn't know what to do with it. He's going to go for the drive. And Donovan Mitchell with the windmill. Hornets get the block. That's Mo Bamba making the play. He's going to get it over to Edwards for the slam. Hornets only down by 10 now, as here is Brook Lopez. His pass is going to get tipped and intercepted by Bruno Fernando. Here comes Anthony Edwards with the slam. Under 16 to go. Now under 5 to go is Trae Young. Fade away, wide open, boom. He gets it to fall. On to the second half now. Charlotte down by 9. Here's Trae Young. Easy drive. He's going to get the layup in contact from Bamba, as Young will lose it. That one is stolen by Bradley Beal. Here comes Kuminga on the break. No good, but Mitchell gets the board over to Beal. Wide open for three. Nothing but net. Green bean machine. As here's Trae Young. Fade away. He could have made that with a blindfold, for crying out loud. But there's Donovan Mitchell with a nice step back of his own. And the two teams at this point are just trading threes. Here is Beal with it on the drive. He's going to go for the layup and gets the and one. Trae Young called for the foul And the Hornets can make it a one-possession game. Now it's a two-possession game again. Make it three because Cam Reddish has nobody miles from him. And he's easily able to get the dunk as Donovan Mitchell. Stop it. Humans should not physically be able to do that. He puts the windmill poster on Cedi Osman. There's Davis Bertans with the layup, 77-81. Herter inside for Young, misses the layup. That's actually Bryn Forbes, who misses the layup. Gets his own board over to DeJounte Murray for three, and it's good. Here comes Mitchell again. That's casual at this point for him. 82-86. Powerful throwdown from DeJounte Murray, former Spur. And then Cedi Osman with a dunk of his own. Once again, bad defense from the Hornets. And then here's Edwards with a nice poster on John Collins. 90-93. Hornets have an opportunity to tie this game up with a three. Mo Bamba is going to do just that. The big man showing off for range. 93 apiece now. Here is Herter on the drive. The layup is blocked by Mohamed Bamba. He's going to get it over to Bridges. Bridges inside for Mitchell. And for the lead, I think this is probably the Hornets' first lead of the day. Maybe they were up right at the beginning, I don't know. But that lead is short-lived off of a Trae Young three. But then the lead's going to come right back. Miles Bridges makes the three ball. There's Trae Young with the layup, tying the game up at 100. But that tie was pretty short-lived, just like the lifespan of Trae Young's ankles. Hornets needing a couple rebounds to get it in. It eventually would go in from Bruno Fernando, who's been really good in this playoff series. He has stepped it up for Charlotte. There's Mitchell with a nice dunk. Hornets up by 4. Make that 1 because Trae Young knows how to shoot the ball at a high level. And DeJounte Murray with a nice dunk. Hawks now up by 1. Here's Miles Bridges with it. On the drive, Bridges with the slam. Posterizing Brook Lopez. Take that man to church because he just got baptized. Here's Collins with the layup. It's good. Hawks up by 1. Next possession for them. Here's Cam Reddish. Loses it. Bridges with the steal like a robber in crime. Over to Mitchell for the one-handed slam. Charlotte back up. Here's Reddish over to Murray. Layup no good. Gets his own board. Hawks back up by 1. Actually by 3 now, as Beal is being double-teamed. Over to Bridges. Bridges. Is he going to go for the 3? Yes, he will! And Miles Bridges will tie the game up at 115. Here's Murray with the lob for Collins. Atlanta back up by 2. Now it's a tie game once again. Here's DeJounte Murray. He's going to get the pick over to Collins for the slam. Hawks back up by 3, as the Hornets really have to get a shot off quickly. Beal over to Kuminga, who misses it. And now it's the foul game, and Charlotte has to get lucky at this point. Here's Collins to the line for 2. He makes the first one, and the second one is also good. So Charlotte's going to have to be pretty quick with this bucket. Down by 4. Here is Edwards. He's going to try to go for the drive, and the layup is no good. He will foul Collins, and this game is pretty much over. The first one is good, so the Hawks are up by 5 with just 6.6 seconds left. Really not looking good for Charlotte, as they just got to get a quick shot off. Mitchell, no good. And that is the final shot of the game. The Hawks will win it by a score of 122-117. Trae Young leads the way, and Charlotte just cannot stop him, at all. Looking at the box score, Trae Young led the way with 35 points. 29 for DeJounte Murray. I didn't realize he had that many. 15 for Reddish. 15 and 11 for Collins. Also got Cedi Osman in the double figures. Meanwhile, for the Hornets, Beal, Mitchell, and Edwards, the big 3 dominated. But outside of that, no one really played all that well. Double-double for Bruno Fernando. Mo Bamba almost had a double-double. Bridges also in the double figures. So now, returning to Charlotte, Hornets are down 2-0, and they know they have to win this one. This is a must-win game for the Hornets. I mean, you cannot go down 3-0, especially on your home court. Starting lineups the same as they have been all 3 games for both squads. Neither team has made a change up to this point. Maybe that'll change down the line as this series goes along. Maybe someone gets desperate, as here's Bradley Beal with a nice early 3. But the Hawks would try to answer back, and that they would kind of do. Lopez gets the dunk, making it 5-4. Here's Trae Young. Easy drive, easy finish. The Hawks are just making it effortless with these inside moves. And then here's Young, long range three, about 4 or 5 steps beyond the three-point line, and he makes it. Tied up at 11. Here's Collins. Nice reverse layup, nearly blocked by Bamba. Now 13 apiece. John Collins with the putback slamma jamma. The lob for Collins is no good. Picked off by Kuminga. You can't spell intercepted without the D. And then Mitchell gets the line too, as here's DeJounte Murray. Light work. Just light work. 17-15 now. Hornets get the steal. That's Edwards making the play over to Ibaka. Over to Miles Bridges with the nice slam. Davis Bertans can't do anything about that one. As here's Graham with the step back, no good. Rebounded by Bruno Fernando, who's coming off a good Game 2 performance and was probably even better in this game. As here's Herter with a nice play. Hawks up by 3. Bryn Forbes with it. He's going to lose it. Devontae Graham gets the steal over to... Oh, I thought he was going to pass it, but instead he's going to make the layup. Charlotte down by 1, now up by 1. As that pass would be picked off by Mo Bamba, showing off his inner Darius Slay. And then Kuminga with the slam. 1-point game. Let's make it a 3-point game. Donovan Mitchell now trying to have some fun with those open lanes. Getting the dunk. Here's Trae Young getting the layup over Beal pretty effortlessly. 31-34. Here's the 7-foot Curry. Brook Lopez for 3, tying it up at 34. Now it's a 4-point Hawk lead. Charlotte could use a bucket right about now. And that they get. Donovan Mitchell makes the 3, but Atlanta would answer right back. Here is Trae Young getting a 3 of his own, making it a 4-point game once again as Beal just driving. He's going full steam ahead, penetrating to the basket. And he does make it. Now it's 51-47. Here's Bamba with it. He's trying to go for the step back, instead passing it out to Beal, who makes the 3. And then Mitchell at the buzzer, and it's good. Donovan Mitchell giving Charlotte the lead before the end of the first half. Let's move on to the second half. Charlotte is up. Hawks trying to change that. And, I mean, John Collins is just a monster inside. And the Hornets defense sort of forgot about Bryn Forbes there as he makes the 3. Anthony Edwards would answer right back. Charlotte immediately back up. 64-65. There's Brook Lopez. Once again, the 7-foot Steph Curry for 3. 69, nice, to 66. Edwards with a tomahawk throwdown. Now 73-76. Charlotte up. There's Herter for the tie. And it's good. Kevin Herter for 3. He's going to pass it inside for Cedi Osman. And the Hawks are back up. 78-76. Herter this time with the dunk. The White Boys are throwing it down. 80-76 now. Bridges dunks on 2 defenders. Forces Terrence Ross to go to the ground. He was looking down on Ross too. I mean, he was just taunting him at that point. And then Bridges makes the 3. But Terrence Ross answers right back with a 3 of his own. 4-point Hawk lead as we enter the 4th. Here's Donovan Mitchell with the drive. He loses it. Bruno Fernando gets it back and gets the bucket inside. Bruno Fernando is just the scapegoat in there. Really, whenever there was a mess, he was able to fix it. Might as well call him Bob the Builder. As there's Trae Young with the shot. 87-83. Beal inside to the big fella. Bruno Fernando for the layup. 87-85. Cedi Osman runs past 2 defenders. Gets the easy dunk. And then Mitchell. That dunk wasn't so easy, but it was a lot hotter as he slams on Collins. Speaking of Collins, he's blocked. Mo Bamba grabs the ball out of midair. Mitchell's layup is no good, but guess who's inside to get the board and the putback? Bruno Fernando. But we got to look at that Bamba block again, man. That was nice. Collins was about to slam that. Hawks up by 1 with about 5.5 to go. There's Mitchell. Step back for the lead, and it's good. 90-92. Young with a step back of his own from mid-range to tie it up. Now it's 92 apiece. Here's Beal over to Anthony Edwards. Tough layup, no good. Gets his own board, and he gets the layup in contact. 95-96 now. Here's Edwards inside for Mitchell, who gets the slam. 95-98. Hawks with it now. Brooke Lopez trying to take Mo Bamba to school as he's teaching him reading, writing, and arithmetic. There is DeJounte Murray with the slam, 99-101. Trae Young with the mid-ranger. And the Hawks have tied it. Young now with the behind-the-back pass over to Cam Reddish for the dunk. Once again, tying it up. 103 apiece. There is Murray over to Trae Young. The mid-ranger danger goes in and out. The toilet roll unsuccessful. Charlotte on the break. Mitchell thinks about shooting it. Instead, he's going to pass it over to Kuminga. Mitchell making a nice cut inside. He is blocked, but Bamba gets a massive putback. Hornets up by 2 with about 40 seconds to go. Young for 3, and he greens it. Because it's Trae Young. What else do you expect? 106-105. Here's Bradley Beal over to Kuminga for 3. The rookie misses it. Edwards with the rebound, however. He's going to try to drive past Reddish. The layup somehow bounces in. Hornets up by 1. So what can Trae Young do? What will the Trae Young magic do? Well, he's instead going to pass it inside for Reddish, who gets fouled by Bradley Beal. So here's Cam Reddish to the line to shoot 2. He makes the first one to tie it. The second one for the lead, and he drills it. Those free throws are just the moments that you dream of as a kid. So now here's the Hornets. They got to get a bucket here or else they're going to be down in this series 3-0. Mitchell guarded by Young. About 4 seconds left. Donovan Mitchell on the drive for the lead. And it's good. And then Trae Young has to heave it up from full court, and he nearly makes it. But it's no good. And the Hornets get a massive Game 3 win by a score of 108-109. It was close the entire way. All 3 games have been close the entire way. But Donovan Mitchell's game-winning layup saves the series for Charlotte, and they are back in it. Looking at the numbers, Mitchell and Edwards each with 23. Beal had 17. Bruno Fernando with 13 and 7. He was 6 for 6 from the field, really dominated. Definitely a guy who Charlotte needs to get more minutes. And in comparison, Mo Bamba with only 4 points on 7 boards and not as good efficiency. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, 33 points for Young, 13 for Reddish, 12 for Lopez, 11 for Murray, and a double-double, 10 and 12 for John Collins. So there you go. Here we are, 3 games in. It's been an up-and-down start, but right now the Hornets have the momentum, entering a pretty big Game 4. Here's a look at the rest of the playoffs, by the way. The winner of our series will take on the Knicks or the Pacers. That series is currently tied at 1-1. Knicks are the favorite, but knowing them, they'll find a way to choke. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Peace out.